What is good, everybody? Welcome to the Comic Man Andy Comic Cave and Comic Dojo. It's now New Comic Book Day Wednesday, and I'm Comic Man Andy, and we are here because we collect and read comic books. And it's New Comic Book Day. If you're as excited for New Comic Book Day as I am, you are in the right spot because we're going to talk New Comic Book Day, and we get to hear from you guys. What's the first book you're reading? What are you into this week as we get to go over a stack of books for our pickups this week? And you guys will be proud of me. You guys will be really proud of me. This is actually 2 weeks worth of pickups because we got busy last week and missed out. So we had everybody starts to filter into the chat. We're going to say hi to who is hanging out. Mama Comics, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Nice spot. Nice cover price spot earlier. Good to see that. Very cool. Come on, Mama's hanging out, saying hello. Man, what a week. What a week, man. It's been fun. Boy, do we have some fun books to talk about tonight. I'm so excited because guess what? Saga's back. And did it read well? Did it not? We're going to talk about Saga a little. We're going to save Saga for the very end. John's Comics with Kids. What is up, man? Good to see you guys. Don't forget the mission for 2023 is that the comic community. We're going to do something special for the comic community, all for the year of 2023. Every time we do a live show, we're unboxing CGC comic books. We're going to be giving away a graded comic book. That's coming up this Friday. I'm excited. The box is sitting right over here. We're going in blind for the grades, and we got a little bit of discussion to have because CGC modern grades in 3 days? What? Like, I don't know. More people filtering in. Zuni, good to see you. What is going on? Mark Husman, good to see you. He says, heyo. Mishu, what happened to Mishu Seaman? There he is. What is up? Yeah, you guys would be proud of me. Everybody filtering in here, you guys would be proud of me. This is actually 2 weeks of books. I'm proud of myself for cutting back. Still kind of a chunk of change, and we'll talk about that. Only one ratio variant, but what did that ratio variant go for this week? And can you guys guess what that is? Don't forget, it is previews week. So if that's your thing, grab your previews. I've already been digging through here. There's a new Tinian read coming out soon. Ooh, from Image Comics. Wait, Tinian? Image? Interesting. Kind of cool cyberpunk, like we might talk about that a little bit. Oregon, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Come on, Mama is still in the chat. Yeah, well, still in the chat. Well, how long have we been here? Yeah, we're going to dive right into this. Then we're going to get into announcements. We're going to do like we've always done in the past. Then we might do a little bit of a recap. If you guys didn't catch it, go catch the Comic Vets channel for their new Comic Book Day hangout. That was awesome. Had almost 30 people in there watching live. I was trying to get through stuff and get on there too. One of these days, I'll get squared away and I'll hop on with those guys, and then we'll hop over here. But before we get into announcements, we're getting into the books. Holy moly. I want to know what you guys here were excited to read first this week. Me, Saga. So that's going to be the last book we're going to cover because that's like holy. Did you guys read? Who here, raise a hands, read Saga this week? Or today even, like just came out. Like anybody? And anybody knows the price change? $3.99 now from $2.99? I get it. But didn't they commit to staying at $2.99? Holy moly. Mama Comics Lucy read Saga. The hands going wide in the air. We're going to start off with Marvel. We're going to blaze through these pretty quickly. We're not going to keep anybody waiting before we get into some announcements because we got big announcements coming up. Appreciate everybody being here. Starting off with Marvel first because DC, we just aren't picking up DC books lately. Yes, people out there, I should be reading Nightwing. There's a couple other things. I did look for a DC book this week. It was not available on my LCS. Pre-order it. I'm not going to go out and buy it secondary. But there's that new Catwoman book that's out today. Had a foil virgin cover that I was like, oh, that's going to be really slick. If I can find that for, low enough, like cost effective, if you will. Like, I don't know if that was going to be like an $80 book or a $10 book, but I felt like that'd be a really cool book that if I got it cheap, I could throw it in the next CGC batch and add it to the giveaway box because that's going to be an announcement thing, the giveaway box coming up. But let's get into the books before we get into the announcements. 11 people watching live. We're already 5 minutes in. How does that even happen? How do you even get to 5 minutes in already? But Marvel, Dr. Aphra 28 is out. Code of Honor. Now I've been in a love-hate relationship with Wong's Aphra run, and the couple of the last ones that I was able to get into were actually pretty decent. I hear some other people aren't liking it. I'm excited to get back into this. It's hitting the reading pile this week. Have no fear. We did get some books read. The 40th anniversary covers are looking killer, and I like that they're adding like 3 of 40, 2 of 40 on the top there. That might be a really cool bundle to collect. And then if we've got all of them and actually complete the run, tidy that one up and set that aside and kind of hold on to it. Maybe get the whole set graded. Yes, the Comic Vet Saga is back. He's messaging me right now. Somebody message Comic Vet and tell him to get on over here so we can talk Saga. You guys got just this many more books before we start talking Saga. Icebox Comics and Games, what is up? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Yes, come on, Mama, dropping Mama Comics Lucy channel in there. Don't forget to subscribe to Mama Comics Lucy and to the whole Nearing Nirvana crew where you can't miss out on some great content over there. They actually just did a killer interview show last night, or was that earlier today? I think it was last night. Sticking with Marvel still, Star Wars The Blade 2 is out. Now, I'm thinking I'm liking it. The first issue was kind of like, the second issue is adding a little bit more depth to it. A little spaghetti westernish out on the far rims or edges of the known Star Wars universe. No communication, a planet, a group of people under siege, and it's kind of campy. It's kind of cheesy, but issue 2 is supposedly 5 new first appearances. Don't FOMO buy this book. Do not FOMO buy this book. Do not FOMO buy this book, and do not FOMO buy the variant. It's a High Republic side series or side tale. What kind of legs could this really have? The 5 new first appearances don't seem to be major characters, right? Like side characters. There's a new, like, spoilers. Funk Comics, what is up? Yo, good to see you. There's a new droid. I'll say that much. I don't want to spoil too much, but 5 new first appearances. Do not FOMO buy this book. More importantly, there's cover price variant. More importantly, do not FOMO buy this book for $80. No, nay. Do not pay $80 for this book. Don't pay ratio. Give it 2 weeks to 4 weeks. Wait on this book. Learn from my mistakes. I order them, and I'll pay what the LCS. We just spent a good couple of weeks, honestly, maybe a good even couple months, talking about how nice it was that ratio variants were back down to ratio price and under. I mean, we're getting 1 in 50s for $19.99, well under half ratio. We're getting 1 in 25s for $10, well under half ratio. That makes my wallet happy. You know, I don't like being gouged on variants and ratio variants. Was my LCS gouging me? No. $49.99. That was much better than going to eBay and paying $80. Don't pay $50 for this. Don't pay double ratio. It's a 1 in 25. Most LCSs are probably going to ask double ratio because on eBay it's going for $80 or $90, and you're going to run into some, let me rephrase that, going for, let's talk about that a little bit more. Asking prices are in that $70 to $90 range. There was a sale today, I think around 60 or 70. And there's been sales yesterday and today of like $80, $90 for that asking price. Don't pay that money. Don't do it. Listen, please, do not FOMO buy this book. Wait it out. Give it 4 weeks. Buy cover A for cover price today or tomorrow when you go to your LCS. Read the story, enjoy it. And if you need this variant, wait. I just don't think this has the legs. I don't think this is going to be worth $50. You know, if I throw $20 at it for grading and it comes back at 9.8, could it go for 70? Sure. So maybe kind of get like money back out of it. Maybe add it to the giveaway. I don't know. That's just one of the things that I noticed with Star Wars books. I've been heavy buying Star Wars books for a year and a half, 2 years. I don't know. I've been talking about heavy buying Star Wars books publicly for a year or more. That's one of the biggest things that I noticed. A lot of the ratio variants, when you're paying ratio or higher, they just don't have long legs. I mean, if it's a main Vader title or a main Star Wars title, but this High Republic stuff, look at issue 7, look at issue 1, look at some of those other ratio variants. Some of those are shaky at best. And then this is an offshoot. This isn't even a main volume 1 or volume 2 of High Republic. This is just an offshoot side story. So don't FOMO buy this book. Don't FOMO buy this book. Don't FOMO pay for this book. Please, for the love of God, don't do it. If you gotta have it, give it a couple of weeks. I really don't see this going more than what it's going for now. And I don't even think it's going to have legs and stabilize and stay at 80. I think it's going to come back down. The market's going to flood. People are going to undercut each other. And I feel like if you're getting this book for under $50, give it a little bit longer and wait. If you can wait, if you're paying $40 or $50 and you're happy with that, buy what you love and you love what you buy. But I think this is like a $30 book in my opinion. 5 first appearances on a side Star Wars. I could ramble on that for forever. I really want to know what you guys think. I really do. Isn't that the story to the Yoda mini too? Yeah, the Yoda it's a fun read. I like it. Can I live without that Yoda read? Yes, I can live without that. But it's the same thing. Don't FOMO pay high FOMO prices for like those Yoda ratio variants either. Learn my lesson from Kirkham and EM Geist Obi-Wan covers. Yeah, I was very lucky that those were hitting my LCS. They were going for really cheap, like really cheap. That's why I grabbed all of them, like under half ratio they were going for. So that's why I grabbed those. Congratulations. Yes, please and thank you. Yes, congratulations. John's Comics with Kids hitting 1,800 subscribers on YouTube. If somebody could please drop John, there it is already. Come on, mama, on the tail, no, on the spike, on the forefront of dropping that link right there. Congratulations to John for hitting 1,800 subscribers today. There you go, man. Yes, indeed. Congratulations. Luke's Comics is in the chat. What is up, buddy? The last winner for our most recent CGC unboxing. He hopefully got that book in good shape. Who's going to win this Friday when we do a giveaway? I've got something different. I've got something special that we're going to talk about when we get through the rest of these books. Yes, evening, Luke. My Luke. Luke, still reading both. I'm with you, Shinny. I'm with you, Shinny. I like the reads, but there are some of the Star Wars reads that when I get done with them, I'm kind of left like, really? The reason why I'm sticking with the Blade is it's Charles Soule, right? Soule's done some fantastic stuff in Star Wars. I'm willing to give this a shot and see where it goes. Wish I had been able to get in on the Phase 2 High Republic 1 at FOC. Started going hard, but dollars came up kind of short. That's a lot of us, everybody out there, dollars and cents. We're paying really close attention to where we're putting our disposable income if we have any. And if we don't have disposable income, we're paying even more attention to what we're spending our money on. And as people keep showing up, don't pay FOMO prices for this book. I see like 3 or 4 new faces popping in here. I'm just going to reiterate this, and we're going to review this again. Do not pay $80 for this book today or tomorrow and wait for it to come back down. If you find it at your LCS for a price that is comfortable for you and your wallet, we're not going to judge you. If you're a collector like me, you guys don't judge me. I'm not going to judge you. But I paid $49.99 so that I could have it today because I wanted to read it. I wanted to collect it and throw it in the CGC. I want to get all of these ratio variants for Star Wars graded at some point. Trying to trickle those in and get all those graded over time. Like I said, $50 plus $24 to grade it plus shipping. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's an $80 9.8, $60 9.8. So technically, you're losing money if it doesn't come back 9.8. Bearded Comic Bro, what is up, brother? Handed. Oh my God, have I read Saga before? Did you read Saga today? Because Saga is out today for $3.99. Either way, I don't think he's ever heard of. So here we go. Definitely won't. What ratio is that one? That is the 1 in 25 for the Blade number 2 today with 5 new first appearances that we'll talk about again. I want to touch bases on that again one more time before the end here. Mama Zuni, Oregon, Matthew Brosh. Everybody make sure that you're following Matthew on social media. So Instagram. He's got an Instagram following over there. Some great art from Matthew. Hopefully we see him at some cons this year. What's up, Benny? I promise I won't FOMO price on anything. There you go. You won't pay FOMO price on anything. Yes. And one of the first time this has ever happened to me in forever is I actually ran out of bags and boards today. I'd never let that happen. Han Solo and Chewbacca number 9. I'm sticking with this because it's Guggenheim. Guggenheim is a writer that I like to follow. I don't know how many people are even still on this thing. They're not ordering much of my LCS. This I'm behind by an issue or 2 or 3. You can punish me for that one later. Tease me with a good time. And the variant cover right there. There were no ratio of it. There were probably ratio variants out and available, but that's where my LCS didn't have any available or didn't order them. So those were the only 2 copies we got. And once again, this is a great time to bring this up. The Topic Network is a podcasting network that is doing an amazing Last of Us podcast that you got to watch. You got to listen to. They're on YouTube. They're on Spotify, Apple iTunes, I think. You got to check them out. They're doing I joined their Patreon. Oh, Lord Almighty. Human am I. I joined their Patreon because I'm so looking forward to hearing what they had to say about The Last of Us. And you guys know here down in the Comic Dojo, we are doing a Last of Us podcast every Monday night live at 9 p.m., 24 hours after the show drops. And the Topic Network is going live immediately after the show. But they're in Australia. So they're going live 4 a.m. Eastern Monday morning. I swear to God, one of these days I'm going to get a Monday off. I'm going to go get a nap in, and I'm going to hop on their podcast with them to hang out and talk Last of Us. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the $5 super chat, because the mission for 2023 is that of the comic community. So all super chats, all super stickers, all ad revenue, all of the entire ad revenue for all of the year goes back into the community. What do we mean by that? Tail end of the year, we're going to view the lump sum of what the channel makes. So the more you guys share this out, the more views we get, the more ad revenue you get, the more money that piles up, and we're going to buy some key books. Are we going to be able to buy a key Silver Age book to give away at the end of the year? We're going to try. We're going to find out. So the more people share it out, the more we get viewers, and the more we get subscribers, the more ad revenue that's generated, and the more comic book fans and Last of Us fans we find out there. Because I want to give away some books, and my pockets are not as deep as they used to be over the last year or two. So if it's crowdfunding the community within the community, we're giving back. So that ad revenue is going to go towards that. You guys got to see what the mission for 2022 was, and that was Mission 22, giving back to that charity for veterans and mental health awareness and their families. So we gave back quite a bit. I think by the time we were done with, I think it was like $400 or $500 from just the channel alone, the ad revenue. So you guys did a fantastic job sharing that message out. But let's finish these books and let's get into some of these topics here really quick. Holy moly, so many people hitting up in the chat. What goes up must come down most of the time. Mama Comics. If money doesn't grow on trees, why do banks have branches? I dig the Blade book. Yoda kind of asked. Saga was fire. Yes, Saga was fire this week. Don't go anywhere, anybody. We're going to talk about Saga here in a little bit. Lots of deals out there. Scored a couple of Kanan ones this week. Yes, I'm with Luke. I've got like 90% of the Kanan run sitting over here. I'm missing issue 6. Because I was a dummy and let go of that 9.8 that we got. We want to send out a full 1 through 12 of Kanan for grading to see what we can come back and add that to our registry set for our Star Wars collection. I need to copy issue 6, and then there's like issue like 3 and issue like 7 that are damaged that I've got to get replaced, see if we can get decent grades. Let's get you on a show soon. Absolutely. So everybody make sure the Topic Network. In fact, we're going to take 30 seconds. We're going to grab the Topic Network's YouTube channel link, and we're going to drop it here so that you guys can subscribe to them. Because you guys are going to love what they're doing over there. And just like what we do here live, once they're finished going live, it posts to their YouTube channel. So you guys can check it out at any point in time. 355 subscribers, if I could talk correctly. Can we get them to 400 tonight? Can we get them to 400? If everybody here subscribes that's not subscribed and then shares it to 2 other people, we can get them over 400 tonight. So there it is in the chat. The Topic Network doing lots of great podcasting. The Avatar, click that link and check out all the cool stuff they're talking about over there. I'm sure you guys are sure to find something that you guys are looking for. JSA Book of the Week for me. Very cool. See, I'm missing out. This is why I love talking with you guys, is I miss out on so many other books. I can at least take notes from here to find out and go back later on, at least try to read digitally. Yes, Warlord, brother, what is up? I cannot wait. As more community members step in here tonight, we've got a big announcement going down. The Last of Us show is great, Andy. I'm with you guys. I mean, if you guys know of anybody that's not liking The Last of Us, please share our show link, because we want to hear what issues or why they don't like it. Maybe they'll educate us on a little bit, but I'm loving that. Been loving The Last of Us. Just peep the book in the background. Yes, we were able to trade our way to a 9.8 for the personal collection for the registry set. The only thing we're missing is a 9.8 of the second print. That's the only one we're missing. I think we're going to have to wait until the end of the season, until things cool off, before we can get a second print 9.8. Census numbers are not high, and I don't think they're not going to trend upward rapidly for 9.8s. Those books are beat. We're doing one this weekend, dude, at much more decent hour. Check the Patreon. Yes, they have a Patreon. If you want to support them and what they're doing over there, don't forget to check out their Patreon. There's Matt Brosh's YouTube link right there. Don't forget to subscribe to him. I cannot wait to see Matt and his artwork at another convention. I wish I had his artwork out here to display. In fact, we might show you guys the IG post for the little man, the mini-me's, the mini CEO of the dojo. Got the book that Matt created, that cover for Christmas. Support CMA, everybody. Everybody support the Topic Network as well. There it is. There's their links. Thank you, Come On Mama, for supporting. And like we are talking about here, there's Facebook, there's YouTube, there's Twitch. We are multi-streaming on 3 different platforms tonight, and maybe we can get to 4 or 5 in the future. Josh Oliver throwing $5 in for that year of 2023 mission. Wait. The mission of 2023 is that of the comic community. All of you guys, I cannot wait to see how this pans out and what we're going to be able to do. I mean, ideally, if enough money for the ad revenue comes in, we could get like a DC key, a Marvel key, like an indie key or something like that to give away, and then have like 3 big winners. That might be kind of cool, like a little bit of variety. And then if the 3 winners want to trade, they could trade at the end. Just sub them up. That's awesome, Bearded Bro. Good to see you as well. And I got to know, as a raise of hands, while we've got 21 people here, we can keep going. We'll bring it up again. Who here's going to Heroes Con? Throw your hands up if you're going to Heroes Con in the chat. Subbed. The Last of Us. Love The Last of Us, Josh says. It was good. We are loving it. Subbed again. We have only watched the first episode. Mama, you're going to love the second episode. You're going to love the second episode. Can't stick around for the discussion. Yeah. So we're not going to dive into The Last of Us. The Last of Us is Monday nights. Monday nights at 9 o'clock. Tonight's just new comic book day. We've got a few more books to go before we do some announcements that are not Last of Us related. Still on the hunt to get The Last of Us comics, getting expensive now, and I was just looking to get it raw. We actually traded away our raw copies to a community member for a stack of Punisher Volume 2 stuff, and that's what we're unboxing this Friday. Let's get through the rest of these books really quick here. As we wet the whistle, we are still buying Bounty Hunters. The CEO, Miss Comic Man Annie, is reading Bounty Hunters. I am not caught up, but we are still collecting that, and it's become one of those. She has a short box of books upstairs for herself, and then she kind of like stopped going to the LCS to pick them up, so then they became my chore to pick up, and that's kind of how it goes. He's not going to Heroes Con, but he's going to C2E2. Uh-oh, brother. We canceled our C2E2 plans because we're going to Heroes, because there's some other things going on too. Hey, what's up? Thanks for watching over on Twitch. Diggs, subscribe over on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, anywhere. Comic Man Andy. You can find me on all social media platforms. Thanks for being here. If you like reading comic books, you are in the right spot. We're here every Wednesday. Loving Bounty Hunters. Then I need to get caught back up. I definitely need to get caught back up. One book that I'm not caught up on, but I'm going to pile up for a good rainy day read, and we've read it. We've got the trades as well, but The Walking Dead Deluxe 55 is out. I am absolutely over the moon to be able to relive this series in color, issue to issue, as it drops for $3.99. That's not too bad. Plus a 20% off discount at my LCS. Not bad at all. That's going to have its own whole short box when we get done with that series. Also hitting the reading list, House of Slaughter 11. We've dropped all the variant covers. We dropped all the ratios. We're just down to cover A. The Butcher's Return, Part 1. We'll see where this is going at some point. I don't know how much longer I'm going to last on House of Slaughter, but we'll figure it out. Either way, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 136 is we're just down to the indies now, and we're through with the Marvels. Some of these are hitting the reading, but Armageddon Game issue 4. Now, why are we still buying Turtles? Because Turtles has been solid forever. We're going to keep buying it. One other read that's been pretty fun, wondering to see if this solidifies a little bit more, but Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, it's cute, it's quirky, I get it. You think it's kind of a love story, then all of a sudden the last few pages are terrifyingly horrible, like bad. The story's not bad, it's just terrifying. You're like, oh my God, it takes a turn. I like what's going on with this. Jason Aaron is one of those writers that I'm going to follow. I'm going to keep following. So this has been fun. I don't know if I'm going to pass beyond issue 6, though. We'll see what happens there. And we're blazing through these. And how could we not pick up The Last Ronin? Lost Years. Okay. Let's not forget how much The Last Ronin was butchered or botched because, not butchered or botched. The giant, massive breaks between issues in The Last Ronin ruined the story for me. If it's anything like that, this is it. This is all I'm buying. I'm not going to keep playing this game. I'm not going to wait 6 months for issue 2. Maybe this is a one shot, and nope, it's definitely got a number 1 in the bottom corner. If 6 months from now, number 2 is coming out, I'm not buying it. I'm not playing that game anymore. I'm not. The one thing of note here is they're not square bound, and these are $4.99 or $5.99. It's $4.99, so they're not playing that $8.99, $9.99 game. I don't know if they learned a lesson or if there were too many complaints or sales weren't great. I am excited to read this because I do enjoy the Turtles. I did enjoy Last Ronin, but the breaks ruined the story. Nobody wants to wait 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months. Delay the entire title another year until you can release it right properly. Anything more than I'm having a hard time remembering what happened in Dr. F from last month or the month before. You think I'm going to remember what happened in the last Ronin like 6 months ahead and make time to reread the whole series to get caught up to where it's at? It's like, God, there's so many other titles that I need to make time for. Last book of the week. That's my gripe about Last Ronin. Hopefully I enjoy it. Did you guys enjoy it? Who read it? Saga is out, and here is my hot take on Saga. And I should clip this. I should clip this for other social media aspects. Saga is back again, and here is my hot take for Saga. This is where they should have picked up after all that time. That first arc shouldn't, I mean, you guys that have read Saga, what purpose did that first arc really serve? If you've read this issue, this was Saga. This is what I expected to return to. This was good. It was quirky. It was kind of lacking clothing. It's had some magic. This was Saga 101. Like, this was really freaking good. Really good. I'm not going to spoil plot twist. I mean, there's a twist at the end. I mean, you got BKV and Fiona are on their top game in this issue. I tell you that right now. It's good. It's really good. But that's my hot take, is what purpose did the arc before this even serve after that multi-year break? This is exactly what we needed coming back from a multi-year break. Not that first arc, in my opinion. That first arc was like, or what? I don't know what the hell happened. He's had a plan for that whole thing, and he's had a plan for that whole series for a long time. But I just don't understand how that first arc really served a purpose to advance the characters. We were introduced a couple of new characters. They had some trials and tribulations. They had some hardships, but they've already been through enough hardships to really make them the characters that they were or are. So what purpose did that arc serve? I don't know. But let's hit up the chat again really quick before we get going. NWI Comic-Con is February 11th. And I've got my early bird ticket to get in early. I can't wait to see Uncle Skeffy Poo down there. Skeff's going to go. Chip Getler's going to be there. Anybody from the IG community, YouTube comic book community, or anywhere else out there reading comic books, if you guys find me and see me, say something. Let's get some pictures. I'm terrible at remembering to take pictures with people. Let's meet up. I'm going to be there for the bulk of the day. Just got to be home by dinner time. I'm a hefty drive, but it's not like the end of the world. So I'll be there for sure. C2E2, we have a room reserved. Sad face, no Andy and Sarah. So we made an executive decision. C2E2 for us. The room, I don't know. The room in Chicago is 300-ish a night, roughly. And if we go to Chicago, I don't like traffic. I don't like driving in Chicago all that much. So I have to go the day before. I've got to go Thursday. We like to go out on the town. So we're looking at four nights. That's a $1,200 hotel bill right there, $300 a night, if that's what the prices are going to be. That's just for the hotel. Gas, food. I mean, round everything up, buy a couple of comic books, buy some friends some things, do some AOKs. You're looking at a $2,000 bill for C2E2. And I'll be straightforward and open with you guys. The CEO and I, this is the year that we need to do a new roof on the house. We've got to. We've got a leak that's happening, and we don't want anything to happen to our collectibles or to our family members or anything like that. This spring, we desperately need to do a roof on the house. We will be letting go of some books out of the personal collection, just a select couple of books that we feel we will be able to regroup or reacquire later on. Not selling Saga books. Not going to sell Saga books. I'm not going to sell Ahsoka books. I don't think we're going to sell Afra books, but there's a lot of other keys and indie stuff that could help us get to that point where we could do the roof on the house. So we're not making a call or a plea for help. We're just saying that we've got to curtail some spending for the year of 2023 to make that roof situation work. And anybody here that's an adult that owns a house knows that doing a roof on a house is extremely expensive. It's like one of the top 10 things that you've got to pay for in your own lifetime if you're just like me. You know what I'm saying? Those are the books, but we're into the announcements phase. We're talking, you're halfway through it right now. Saga. Oh my God, Shinny, if you're reading it right now, tell us. Drop it in the chat if you get to that end of Saga, and let us know what you think. I love Saga as well. You have not read it yet, Josh. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Don Davis, brother. Any DC comics? No. I was looking for that Catwoman book. There was it Artgerm? No. Artgerm had a stellar X-Men book that I did not see out today that I thought about grabbing, but there was a Catwoman book that we talked about on Comic News Weekly yesterday, and I did not find the Virgin variant of that. I did not find the trade dress, and I did not find the foil variant of that either. I don't know, may have been a store exclusive, and if it's store exclusive, I'm not going to buy it. But I thought the foil variant was really dope and would have made like a really, if I found it for like $5 or $10 or $20, would have made a really cool book to grade and add to the giveaway pile. New Saga today, son. Absolutely, Patrick. Glenn, new name in the chat here. Good to see you, or I haven't seen it in a while. Sins of Sinister was actually really good. You picked up the art. That's the one. Yes, that art germ, the Sins of Sinister with, yeah, those gams. I'm drawing a blank here at the moment. Where is it this year? C2E2? C2E2 is in Chicago every year. House of L, hit me up. I will be there looking for you and Skeff. Yeah, NWI Comic Con is in the same location. Just Google search NWI Comic Con or message Chip Getler out there. Like, he knows where it's at and can point you in the right direction. If anybody here has the link to NWI Comic Con for Facebook or Instagram or their webpage, share it up here. It was like $18 for an early bird ticket to get in like an hour early before everybody else. $18 for a one-day pass is very affordable. And I don't mind spending the $20 or $30 in gas to get there. What's a Stormtrooper's favorite store? The store next to Target. That's a fair one. That one's pretty good. What's great? What a great there it is. Shinny finished it. What a great end to issue Saga. Shinny, was that not the Saga that we deserved after that multi-year break? That was phenomenal. You ain't kidding about C2E2. I spent so much money going. I could have gotten so many great books. Yes, Warlord and C2E2 increased their prices. The 3-day pass is now $107 and change plus taxes and fees. And the cutoff date to have them mailed was like Sunday night. And I'm just like, I'm just not going to fight to go spend between $2,000 and $4,000 to go to a con. I want to experience a con I haven't been before. You got to do. I might break down and do a one-day drive over there. I don't know. Issue 55 of Saga. Enough said. Absolutely. Don't hold me to that, though. Come on, mama. All right, here we are. End of the chat. End of the books. We can do a recap if more people show up. Announcements phase. Speaking of C2E2, I am locked and loaded for Heroes Con this year. June 16th, 17th, and 18th, if I remember correctly. We've got our ticket. We got a VIP pass. A VIP pass for Heroes Con. $100. A standard pass for C2E2, $107. So you can kind of see the value in the trade-off of where I'm trying to be more efficient with my dollars. Not to mention, it sounds like the bulk of the YouTube comic community and the bulk of the IG comic community is going to Heroes Con this year. I think there's already like 10 or 15 people confirmed to go, another 10 or 15 that are working on it, and another 5 or 10 that are thinking about it. So we could have an absolutely massive outing of friends getting together. As most of you have known and we've talked about when it comes to comic book conventions, as you grow and build your collections over time and you start filling in those gaps and you start getting those keys and you start hitting major milestones, comic conventions tend to change for at least me. I'm sure they do for a lot of other people. Comic book conventions become more about the people that are attending them than about the comics themselves. If you find a sweet deal at a Comic-Con, that's great. Why am I going to Comic-Cons for the year 2023? To see my friends, to see a lot of other people that I've not been able to meet in person before that I've been trying to for a long time, and for massive community meetups. That's what I really want to do. $100 for a VIP pass for Heroes Con compared to $107 for a standard 3-day pass. That's kind of like a better trade-off in value, in my opinion, because C2E2 is a massive convention, but the last couple of years has been kind of rough. It's been kind of rough with costs and everything else. It's, you guys know everything that's happened last one. There it is, the NWI Comic Con link. Thank you. Come on, mama. So you're talking about Northeastern Indiana Con, right? Yeah, Northwest Indiana Comic Con is NWI Comic Con. That's where Skeff and I and some other people are going to be. I can't wait. So then what else is going on when it comes to announcements? If we're not going to C2E2, and that means we're not going to do the Ashley Eckstein signing, we're going to be focusing heavily on our shot at Motor City Comic Con to get that Clone Wars one signed by Ashley and Matt, because they're going to be doing, it looks like for the year of 2023, they're making a push, that Clone Wars group it seems to be doing signing events at pretty much every major comic book convention that we're hearing about. Last year it was just like kind of like fan expos and heroes cons and stuff like that, but it's like every con that we were hoping that they would go to in the year 2021 and 2022, now they're going to this year. C2E2, Motor City. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up doing Baltimore or something like that. Maybe Baltimore's a little bit lower key, but we'll see. And that's the other part, Icebox, March, April. There's so many cons happening at the beginning of the year again this year. It's like you kind of have to spread load things a little bit. We've been hard to the paint at C2E2 for 3 or 4 years now without missing a beat. I think it's okay to take a break from C2E2 and maybe try to save up some money to see some other conventions this year. Heroes Con, New York Comic Con, maybe. I'd like to have that experience. That'd be really fun. And see what's going to happen for the rest of the year. Don says that's only 10 miles. Don, you got to buy a ticket now. Don, you got to buy a ticket. Holy moly. As StreamYard's trying to catch up. There it is. Might do another Ahsoka trip to GR. Yes, the CEO of the Comic Dojo down here, Sarah K, might do another cosplay Ahsoka trip to GR. And I'm encouraging her to do those of any convention that's within driving distance that she can figure that out. She is, she's been talking about joining the 50, not the 5, one of the offshoots of the 501st, I think it is, one of the cosplayer groups for the Star Wars, because she's had so much fun. And I think they've only got to do like 2 conventions a year to stay qualified. That's really easy for her, especially if we go to Baltimore, especially if we go to C2E2 or Motor City, Grand Rapids Comic Con. We can make that. And that is absolutely cool. Yes, this year's C2E2 was my first con, so I was glad to get to meet a bunch of you guys. Minnesota. So it's tough to get to a good con. That's true. JP's Budget Collecting, though, is out near that way and has a couple of good cons that I've heard that I almost made it out. But the reason why I jumped on Heroes Con was not only because so many people were going, but because also like the room was like $130 a night or $160. That's reasonable. That's like cheap yet reasonable and hopefully good quality. The one that's sponsored with the con, that's their bulk room rate or whatever it is. The plane ticket was way cheaper than I thought. I gotta drive out of my way quite a bit to get to Detroit, but like the plane ticket was really cheap, so that worked out really good. So we're gonna do that affordably, and we're gonna have fun. We're gonna be efficient with our money. Fingers crossed. May have a Mando Ahsoka outfit done for Motor City. Needed to get my butt off. There you go. You got to get to it. Get to it. You can do it. As far as announcements, before we talk about this other book back over here, Brian from Simpleman's Comics, if you have not noticed or are not aware, just the other week has announced that Comic News Weekly will be coming to an end on his channel. But all 4 of us want to continue the show. So Brian and I are in discussion, and we're going to be moving Comic News Weekly to here, to the Comic Man Andy, Comic Cave, and Comic Dojo. It remains live. It remains produced by me, and it remains the same 4 people talking. And we're going to be bringing more good topics and having a lot of fun. You guys will just find it here. So we'll be live Monday nights for Last of Us. We'll be live Tuesday for the Comic News Weekly. We'll be live here Wednesday for New Comic Book Day. Thursday is kind of a nice break day. I'm thinking Friday nights. We took a community poll here on YouTube, and just winning out was Friday nights for the live CGC unboxing. Saturday was close behind it, but I think we had enough people. 1,400 subscribers, and I think we've got like 30 or 40 votes. So if you guys haven't voted, go vote. But we're picking Friday nights, and this Friday is scheduled, I think, for 9 right now. And I think 9's kind of safe because a lot of other people go live at 10 or 9:30. So we might be able to get that boxing done in 30, 40 minutes or something like that. It's kind of how I gab and you guys hang out and we talk and ask questions. It's kind of the flow. If we're keeping under an hour, we're okay. If we're doing a half an hour, we're doing okay there as well. But Friday nights, I don't know if it's going to stay at 9, maybe 8 o'clock, but we're going to try 9 o'clock this Friday and see how many other shows are going live, because what I'd like to do is it's a community event. I'd like to set it on a Friday night when nothing else is happening and it's after dinner and people are settling in. Maybe the West Coast, it might be a little bit, I'm worried about going too early for the West Coast. The idea is I want to be involved in the community with CGC Unboxing and talking about graded unboxings, CBCS unboxing. Well, if we can potentially get an account going, get that going, because we talked about that last year. More importantly, it's a community giveaway every time we do an unboxing. And I don't have it sitting over here, but I've got a box set up that I'm sticking all community stickers all over, and we're gonna fill it with slabs, and it's gonna be the community giveaway box. I know the last giveaway that we did, I picked a DC book, a Marvel book, an indie book, and let somebody pick, and then bam, that's what they got. I like the idea because Rob's Fat Stack of Comics and some other people, they have a short box and they just kind of slide their finger until the winner says stop, and they pick it, and that's what they win. I think that's kind of cool. Or you kind of pick a number. That's the idea I'm going to go with. We're going to build up a community giveaway box, and that's what we're going to have available. And it's going to be graded books. And you guys know I fight for 9/8. So there's going to be a lot of 9/8s in that box. There's going to be some great modern keys. There's going to be some great Star Wars stuff. Maybe I can dig around into the Silver Age and Copper Age stuff that I have and find some other cool stuff. I know I've got some second appearance of Voodoos. I know I've got some other good books running around here. We'll see what happens. As far as other announcements, that's what we're talking about. Friday night, please subscribe. Well, please notify. Hit the notification bell on Friday night. YouTube is terrible with sending out bell notifications. I get that alert all the time that they didn't send out bell notifications and people that are subscribers didn't get alerted. That happens a lot. So popped over to the YouTube channel, and at the very top there, that's why I pre-scheduled everything this week so that people could hit the notification bell so that nobody missed out. And I don't want anybody to miss out on the giveaway this Friday. I don't want anybody to miss out on the massive, massive unboxing that we're going to be doing because Gary at Impressive Comic Books, yes, that's right. We're partnered with Gary. And what that means is Gary shares out our content and we share out Gary and his name and his content. I don't get anything from him, but Gary is going to be pressing and cleaning a book with every submission free for the community. Gary was gracious enough to commit to every submission that I send, one book is going to be done for free for the community giveaway. So thank you, Gary. If you guys don't know Gary, the links are down below for Impressive Comic Book Services. I'm going to make a graphic here sometime soon showing that. Gary's an awesome guy, but just for the year of 2023, use code CMA10, Comic Man Andy 10, and just like these cards, you'll get 10% off your first order with Gary. That's really cool. It's a partnership. It's not a sponsorship. He doesn't pay me. I don't pay him. Well, I pay him for the services he provides me, but he doesn't pay anything. And I don't pay anything as far as content or anything like that. We're partnered up to share the names and share the content and help grow the community and bring awareness to what we both do. That's what we like to do. Like to be transparent on that. Steve White, what is up, brother? Good to see you. Well, another amazing community member. Hope to see for the first time this year soon at a convention. I'll donate one of my graded sketches to add to your giveaway stash. Matt, I can't not take you up on that. Seriously. If you guys have seen Matt's artwork, his sketches, they're absolutely phenomenal. Matt, let's make that happen. Whether we meet up at a con, I don't think we're going to meet up at a con. We'll figure something out, Matt. Message me on IG tonight, and I'll try to get to it tomorrow morning. I got to hit the sack right after the show here and get some good rest. But let's take, Matt, how could we not take you up on that for a community giveaway? That is absolutely phenomenal. Matt, thank you so much. Everybody, thank Matthew. Subscribe to Matthew. The link is up there. He'll DM me later and ship it to you. Very cool. I'll shoot you a few bones. What is this, 1995? I'll shoot you a few bucks on PayPal or something like that to cover the shipping. I don't mind covering the shipping on that end. But this is going to be a fun year. I am absolutely stoked. This is going to be phenomenal. This is going to be an amazing year. And you heard it from me first. The year 2023 is that of the comic community. We will preach it loud. We will preach it strong until all the drums are beaten and we're all hanging out on each other's channels and everybody's over here for Friday night CGC giveaways and we're all over on their channels. Yes, and oh my God. Yes. Who wants a recap? We're down to 16 people. Is there anybody new here that didn't get to see books that wants to see a recap of the week? Like, we're just going to start going Saga. This is where they should have picked up after the multi-year break right here. This is Saga 1. This is amazing Saga. This was an amazing read. More and more people should be talking about this. I need to be posting a picture about this and try to get it on tonight or tomorrow. I don't know, but what was the point of the return arc? This is where we should have picked right up. Honestly, I love BKV and Fiona Staples. The last arc was written well and drawn well. I just don't understand how that fits in. Last Ronin, Lost Years. Oh my God. If I like this and I've got to wait 6 months to read the next issue, I'm going to go bonkers. Once Upon a Time in the End of the World. Fun read. I don't know if I'm going to make it past 6 issues. Icebox has never read Saga. Oh no. Here we go. Armageddon issue 4. Yep. TMNT 136. We're buying these because they're solid reads and it's going to continue to be a solid read. And we're just rainy day not pushing that away, but storing that away. House of Slaughter 11. Don't know how much longer I'm going to stay on this. I'm about 4 or 5 issues behind trying to get caught up, but Star Wars has been eating up all my free reading time. Walking Dead Deluxe issue was 55. I'm going to continue saying it and beating the drum as I'm absolutely in love with being able to relive this this series issue to issue in color. Absolutely awesome. With my LCS's discount, it's not that much more a month. It comes out twice a month, $4 an issue, minus 20% off, 40 cents, 80 cents. So $6, roughly, like caveman math, like $6 a month extra to relive that. That's not that bad. Bounty Hunters. Somebody in the chat earlier was saying that they're absolutely in love with Bounty Hunters right now. We're still picking up that series, a little behind. But Han Solo and Chewbacca 9 is out. I was looking at that upside down. 9 is out. A little behind on that one, but it seems like everybody dropped off on that, and I got to find out why. So I'm going to be picking this up and getting caught up to find out why people aren't really ordering that or buying it. Star Wars The High Republic Blade 2. Spaghetti Western, kind of fun. Outer Reaches, very early in the known Star Wars universe, if you will. I wish I had the history of Star Wars that a lot of other people do, so I could speak a little bit more eloquently about it. But it's okay. I'm digging it. I'm giving it a shot because it's Charles Soule. Charles Soule has done some absolutely phenomenal Star Wars writing. But do not FOMO buy this book this week. Do not pay $80 or $90 for this book. Do not pay $80, $90 for Well, I'm not going to judge you if you do. I'm just saying save your money, wait a couple of weeks, and watch it come down in price. These offshoot series and runs for Star Wars High Republic don't seem to have legs when it comes to value. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's got 5 first. Well, it's been talked about. Thank you, drunkwookie.com. Phenomenal resource on Instagram and their webpage for staying ahead of the game and finding out what's happening with Star Wars releases. I didn't drop it. Wasn't planning on dropping it, but then I read through Drunk Wookie that there was going to be 5 first appearances. And I'm like, oh, okay. The last couple of issues that came out with first appearances in it, nobody paid attention. Now, all of a sudden, this one is going double ratio at my LCS for $50, and asking prices and sales are 80-ish, between $70 and $90. Give it a couple of weeks. Let's see if it goes back down to ratio, and let's see if I wasted $25. I don't know, but I don't know. It's so hard to find out. It's not hard to find out, but it's so hard to predict what Star Wars offshoot non-main titles, non like main volumes are going to hold any value, if at all. You know, we got to take a look at volume 1 of High Republic, take a look at those, and take a look at those offshoots and see where Ventures and the other 2 titles are escaping my head, but you know what I mean. Like, does anybody remember that annual that dropped that all of a sudden was like a $30 or $40 book? That's probably like $5 now. You guys know where I'm getting at right there. But then Dr. Aphra. So that's the recap of the books. There's Dr. Aphra, the A cover. I got to get back into reading that. I was liking the couple of issues that I was in. And you guys know I've talked about having a love-hate relationship with Wong's run on Dr. Aphra. And somehow where I got back up to, I was like really liking it. Icebox, you got to read Saga at least once. It's for sure not for everybody. You got to at least read it once. So what else do we have that we can talk about? We've done announcements. We talked about the year 2023 being that of the comic community, and all ad revenue, all super chats, all super stickers. Everything is staying in the AdSense account until the end of the year, and we can find out how much that we can withdraw and see how many books we can get. I like the idea of having 3 winners, whether we have to divvy up $100 or we have to divvy up $1,000. We're going to find out. Case in point, kind of target for last year's, we donated just under, I think it was $500 for Mission 22 from the channel. Everything from the channel went to Mission 22 last year. I think it was just under $500 for the total. I shared it on Instagram. I could be remembering wrong, but full transparency, everything went to there, and we posted about that. This year is going to be a lot of fun with the CGC unboxings and giveaways, and then the surprise end of the year giveaway. Plus, we're marching on. We've reached over 1,400 subscribers. We're marching on. I want to put together a 2,000 subscriber giveaway, and I've got a 1 winner giveaway for 2,000 subscribers that's going to blow your mind. That's going to be phenomenal as we continue marching on to an amazing convention season. See if we can get to that before July. Think we can gain 600 subscribers before July? Maybe. I don't know. The more people share that out, the more ad revenue, the more chances that we can buy better books at the ad with the ad revenue at the end of the year for the giveaways. So share it out. Find your friends. Hide your kids. Don't hide them, but seriously. Yes, fantastic. I cannot wait to see how this year shapes up. We're not going anywhere. Like we've always said, this channel is always going to be our gateway into the comic book community. This year is just going to be a year. We put in a little more work and a little more effort, and we keep going a little bit more live. Yeah. We keep going live, right? 50 minutes in. I think that's pretty solid for a new comic book day Wednesday. Hovering around 20 live viewers. Let's see if we can get to 30 in the next couple of weeks and keep pushing hard, keep pushing strong, because we want to interact with as many people as we can. And that's what I love about getting into the books. And then all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, you're on a tangent with the chat and we're having an absolute blast. So yeah, there's still more books to go over. But you guys know how we do this, right? End of the day, tough week. You guys have no idea how much you help recharge me for the rest of my work week and my time with my family. I draw more energy from you guys than you guys will ever know. I absolutely love it. Absolutely appreciate what you guys bring every week. And I just want you guys to know that. Swaggle House and Comics, what is up, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. StreamYard's still catching up. We went over the books, and I'm going to say this one more time because Swaggle House is just getting here. I did it 3 times. I'm not going to make you sit through the whole replay of this series, but don't FOMO buy this book. Don't FOMO buy this book. Don't FOMO buy this book. Don't FOMO buy this book, man. $80, $90 on eBay? No. Give it 4 weeks. If you got to have it like a completionist collector like me, I'm not going to judge people for paying for the convenience of having the book when they want it. But oh my God, please just give it time. Give it time and it'll get cheaper. I thought you'd get a kick out of that, buddy. Once again, the year 2023 is that of the comic community. This Friday night, CGC live unboxing and live giveaway for somebody in the chat. But I got to ask, and I got to have you guys help me figure this out. 3 days? 3 days for a modern grading, not fast tracked. No, I did not slip $100 in each book. No, I did not slip them money. 3 days. What's happening? Are corners being cut? We got to dig into this box. Are we going to unbox a travesty of 9.0s on books that were pristine that went out? Are we going to, what could happen? I'm going into it blind, and I cannot wait to see what happens this Friday. 9 o'clock it's scheduled, but we're going to bow out. And because I'll drone on all night if you guys let me, if people keep showing up. Like I said, I appreciate each and every one of you for coming here, and I draw so much energy from you guys, and you guys have no idea how much you recharge me for the week as I sit here and gab, and you guys share with me all your secrets. No, I mean, this is your favorite reads for every Wednesday, and then when we get in and talk Last of Us Monday, and then like I said, Comic News Weekly will be migrating from Brian Simpleman's comics channel here to this channel every Tuesday. We're really excited about that. I'll still be live producing. We'll still have the same people, still have the same format, but it'll be over here. So it's going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to that. So hopefully everybody can come help support that transition, because the show, we have a lot of fun with the followers that go to that show, but the followers see that show because of the following that Brian has. YouTube kicks that and bumps that up, and it gets seen by a lot more people. This channel is substantially smaller than Brian's. We don't want to see the show die out at all because of how much energy we would get from you guys. So we're hoping that people follow that show over and spend time with us on Tuesdays. We're really excited for it. But like I said, I'll keep droning on if I don't let go now and let you guys get back to your evening. You guys know how we do this, right? Absolutely appreciate each and every one of you guys. But the most important part all day, every week are you, all of you. And what you guys bring in here. You guys know how I'm going to do this, right? I'm going to go peace out. I'm going to go pinkies out. I'm going to catch you all on the flip side for the next one. But also remember, don't forget, stay original and take care of each other, because we're all we got, right? Have a good week, everybody. See you Friday night.
Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes.
Excuse me while I change. The roller boogie has made me sweaty. Yeah, sweaty. I love gold. I love gold. I love gold.